Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 1313 podcast, the most mediocre podcast in the Star Wars universe. I'm Jacob.
I'm Jackson.
And today we are joined by none other than Clonetroopercass.
Hi there.
Hi. You guys can tell we haven't had a chat in a minute. I'm stumbling over my words already.
No, and the last time we did the intro, we had to do it 3 times just because Jacob couldn't get it right, or I would interject because I thought I want to do the intro. So yeah, it's been a mess lately.
We're rusty. But everybody, welcome Clonetroopercass to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah, super excited to have you too. So obviously, I guess to address the elephant in the room, Cass, what do you primarily do? I guess like on social media, or I guess for Star Wars content in general?
Yeah, so I primarily focus on a couple different aspects for my content. I like to just talk about Star Wars and some of the favorite characters I love. I also do quite a bit of unboxings and like blind bags and mystery boxes, because those are always a lot of fun. And then I'm also a beginner cosplayer. So I'm working on like a bunch of different projects. So I've been trying to film some of that. And then I'm also obsessed with Legos. So some of my content's definitely about Lego.
Nice. Yeah, because I was going to say, because my introduction to you was, again, doom scrolling through Instagram. And I had seen a few of your videos before. And then I had seen the one where you're like, hey, like I'm really looking for like new Star Wars friends in the community. I was like, this is perfect. We need to do this because we've been wanting to do our show again for some time. So I thought this is the perfect way to reintroduce that and just talk about Star Wars with people that are passionate and that love it too.
Yeah, I love that you came across me that way. That was actually just like such a random video. A lot of the Star Wars creators were actually posting it, but it was just like, it's a new year. Let's make some new friends. So I'm very glad that I have 2 new friends now.
Hell yeah. And we're absolutely happy to have you on too. Now, I was going to mention, just because you are very into Lego, did you end up picking up any of the new sets from the January collection?
I did. I actually pre-ordered one of them so that I would definitely get it. And I got the MIDI scale Venator.
Ooh.
Nice.
I have all of the MIDI scales on a display case over there somewhere. And so I had to get it to add it to the collection.
Nice. That's especially for me when it comes to Lego, especially because it's got, of course, the price keeps going up and they keep adding their Star Wars tax on top of it, which is just lovely for us. But I've become like I won't buy it online. I won't let myself do that. But the moment I see it in the store, it's always like, I have to have it. So then that's usually when I pick it up.
Yeah. That was the first time I've ever ordered one online, and let alone pre-ordered one. I usually only buy them in the store, and either it's like Target or Walmart, the Lego store, or my local like brick and minifig stores. But that was the first time I actually ordered with Lego.
Okay. I think the only time I did that was when the Bad Batch was coming out, and they came out with the Havoc Marauder, which is still one of my favorite sets, and I was so chapped when it went on clearance. But that was a pre-order for me because it's one of my favorite ships in all of Star Wars. It's so cool.
I actually have that right below my desk in my backlog.
Oh, nice.
I don't want to build it yet. I love Bad Batch. It's part of like my, favorite part of the franchise is Bad Batch, and so I don't want to part with it yet. Like I don't want to open the box.
My
you can always get 2.
Yeah, but they're so expensive.
My backlog.
That's like another $150 just to have one in the box.
That's the collecting game, though.
Yes, definitely.
I have yet to open my Inquisitor scythe from the Kenobi series, and I built bag 1 of the Ghost, and then realized I had nowhere to put it, so it's still unassembled and mostly sitting in the box.
Which Ghost do you have? The old one or the newer one?
The newer one.
Okay, I just got that one for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, he disappeared, and he's back. You good? I wonder if he froze. That's okay. So usually what we like
Jacob,
to do is Yes, we can hear you. Are you good?
Oh.
Okay, we'll forget about him for a second. So usually we like to save it towards the end. We go through like what's called our lightning round, where we basically just cover 3 big things that kind of every Star Wars fan has. So just because we're getting to know you, I'd say let's just hit them now. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Movie, I would say Phantom Menace.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a reason why Phantom Menace, though?
It was always my favorite growing up, and that was how I was obviously first introduced to the franchise because I'm a 90s baby. So that's how I was introduced to it. And my favorite character is Darth Maul, and that was his
Okay.
introduction. So that's why he's my favorite, and that's my favorite movie.
Okay. And then I guess after that is, what is your favorite show?
Oh, that would be Bad Batch and Clone Wars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good picks. Good picks.
Yeah.
Did you watch Clone Wars as it was coming out, or did you kind of fade out of Star Wars and then come back to it?
That's actually a funny question. I didn't watch it when it came out. And then actually 2 years ago, I watched it for the first time because I finally got Disney Plus, and that's where it was. And so I actually watched it for the first time just 2 years ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm currently my fiance. She's like roughly watched the Star Wars movies. She fell asleep during Rogue One, which I think is criminal, but hasn't seen any of the shows. So what we're doing right now is we're going through Clone Wars, and now with Maul on the horizon, I am absolutely trying to fly through it so we can watch that as it comes out together.
Yeah, definitely.
And I guess this one's more. Are you into any Star Wars books, novels? Do you have a favorite Star Wars book at all?
I'm not really a big reader, so I haven't actually read any of the Star Wars books. I did, however, pick up the Sanctuary book that came out last year for Bad Batch, but I haven't read it yet.
Okay.
It is
Jackson,
very, very good.
Yeah.
We attempted to do a 2-part podcast discussion on it, and we released episode 1, and then we got busy. Jackson never sent me his footage for episode 2, so it never came out.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
But the book is really nice because it's one cohesive story, and then because of the long format of a book, it kind of feels like a Bad Batch movie. So it was a good time. It was a good one. The current one I'm going through is this absolute beauty of a book. Is the anniversary edition of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. It has wonderful artwork on the inside, sprayed edges. Chef's kiss. It's beautiful. Really good. At first, I wasn't loving it because there's a bunch of like dialogue that's changed or scenes that aren't in the movie that are in this. And initially, I was like, "This is kind of dumb. Why is there so much extraneous stuff?" And then I started viewing it more as like it's an extended version of the movie, and now I'm digging it.
There we go. It's like the deleted scenes.
Exactly. Like there's you get a scene in the book that after Anakin goes off to hang out with the senators after the battle over Coruscant, you get this cutaway to Obi-Wan talking to Mace Windu, and Mace Windu's like, "Yo, only me and Yoda know about this, but we tracked Darth Sidious to Palpatine's inner circle, but we don't know who it is." So it actually gives you this foresight to they're really on to Palpatine. So when Palpatine's telling Anakin the Jedi are going to try to overthrow me, he was kind of right.
Yeah. Dang, that's really cool.
It adds a lot of context to the movie. It's a really good book, and the audio book is also super solid.
Nice. I'll have to look for that one.
Mm-hmm. Jax, we just went through the big 3 while you were having your connection over there. I don't know what was happening.
So someone from work tried calling me. And then when I declined the call, it connected my audio from my glasses to that and then disconnected it. So I was watching you guys go, and I was like, no. And so I tried restarting my mic and it wouldn't work. So then I had to just refresh the whole thing. So sorry about that, everybody.
So rude.
All good.
So unprofessional.
I know. We're mediocre for a reason.
But so I was scrolling through your page because I've actually it's weird. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but I've been staying away from Star Wars Instagram, TikTok, all of that because of the especially on Instagram now. There's that feature that if you like something, it pushes it to your friends more.
Yeah.
So I'm like I've shadow banned everything Clone Wars out of my feed to keep my fiance from getting spoilers. So Jackson actually introduced me to your page and sent me your stuff, and I saw you were doing some of the blind box unboxings for like the Star Wars Hot Toy like Cosby stuff. So I wanted to ask, because you've been doing a lot of unboxings. Have you had a favorite thing that you've been unboxing?
That's a good question. I would say I like doing the cutie cuffs. I think those are adorable and they display really well and you never know what you're gonna get. And so the boxes originally at the very bottom had like 3 holes that you could like kind of look through to like get an idea of what you might get. But the manufacturer started putting the like paper description of all the characters over that. So now you really don't know what you're gonna get. So I love that. And then they just came out with a new series of them, and there's a Darth Maul one in there. So I'm on the hunt for that one. And there's also Queen Amidala when she's in like her red outfit. So I'm trying to get both of those. So I love the cutie cuffs. And then I actually really love doing the bag clips because there's so many different like series of them because they've been out for so long. And I have a backpack that I have like all my Star Wars pins on, and then I just also add my bag clips on there.
Nice. Because I saw you had the video I saw specifically was the one where you unboxed the Hot Toys Cosby Savaggio press. And I think you said that you got that at Walmart.
Yeah, so it was so weird because that was like around the time that they came out, and someone said that you could get them at Walmart, and so I like searched up my Walmart and it said that there was one in stock. So I'm like, cool, perfect. So then I went to Walmart and it was like in the movie section where they have those like display cases that you have to get like unlocked.
Yeah.
And there was one of them in there. And then I don't know if you watched the video, but like when I was shaking the box, it sounded defective. And I was like so confused by that. And then the company actually reached out to me and sent me the entire collection of them. So now I have all of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's so sick.
They're really cool. They have great detail in them.
I last November I was at Disney World, and at Disney Springs they just opened a new mini store in the co-op where it's all like blind bags and all like that, like Pop Mart has a Star Wars collection, like that stuff. But they had a lot of the Cosby ones. And I only got one, and I got super lucky and I got the exact one I wanted. Which is this little Anakin. And I have been obsessed with this ever since. And I'm like trying to figure out ways that I can buy them for not an arm and a leg. But no, I've been like super in love with these recently.
They're so worth the price.
They are. They really are. Because Jackson and I, last year, first week in November, we went to Tokyo.
I was going to say.
And we went to the Hot Toy store while we were there, and it was basically the exact same things, but they had them in clear boxes, so you knew exactly what you were going to get.
Oh.
So I got the Thrawn one while I was there because he's one of my favorite characters of all time.
Awesome.
But then like later I come back to the States and it's like, yeah, you can get these exact same things, but they're in blind box form. And I was like, oh, that would have been fun.
Yeah. I love the blind box aspect because you just never know what you're gonna get. And I mean it does suck when you get a dupe, but that's the price you pay for this collection.
It's like collectible gambling is all it is.
Yeah, really.
I used to be really into the bag clips like what you're talking about. I have one right here, but I have Crosshair. I think I have Crosshair, Rex from the Bad Batch, and Hunter. And then there's a few others where Jacob is too that I have, but I love those to death. They're so much fun. I want Imperial Cody so bad. Didn't we get one for somebody and then they got Cody?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think it was Hunter.
I think so. Granted, that's the exact one he wanted, but we were still chatting.
That was the one we were still like, no.
Oh, I really want to get the Tech one. He's the only one from Bad Batch I'm missing, and Tech is my favorite character from Bad Batch, and of course I don't have him.
Do you think he's dead?
I do.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
We were very for that. When season 3 came around and people were like, it's Tech! The clone marauder guy that's hunting them is actually Tech! And I was like, just cope. He's dead.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Just grieve the loss. It was hard.
It was not an easy one.
No.
Well, that's where the book for the Bad Batch that you're reading takes place 3 episodes before that happens.
Okay.
So it's perfect to literally read the book and then finish the last 3 episodes of season 2. It flows pretty fluidly as well.
Okay, I'll have to do that. I'm rewatching Clone Wars right now because obviously the Maul show is coming out, so I'm rewatching that, and then I'll do Bad Batch, and then I'll have to read the book.
Yeah, Maul was going to be the big question.
If you want, there's I have a copy of it downloaded. There was this, I can't remember the dude's name. Some guy on TikTok during the pandemic. Who had too much time on his hands, made the Revenge of the Sith mega cut. So it consists of live action Revenge of the Sith, Clone Wars that overlaps with it, so the movie happens at the same time. And the second that ends, you roll into Bad Batch episode 1.
Ooh.
And it's basically like what, 6 hours? It's nuts.
We got through 3 of it.
Yeah, we got through 3 hours of it and never went back because it's so long. But it's sitting there and it's taking up a lot of space on my Google Drive, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
You'll have to share that with me.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess because we know that you like the blind boxes and you like Lego. Do you have anything that's like super niche in the Star Wars community that you like to collect? Like something that you don't really see anybody else with, but every time you see something of it, you're like, I have to have it.
I don't think so. I think everything I collect is pretty like common. I mean, it's nothing crazy that someone else wouldn't have. My parents were just on vacation and they were in Mexico and they brought me back this little patch.
I'm sick.
That's fun.
So I really want to collect patches so that I can make like a denim jacket, but I don't want to just be like someone who buys patches like on Amazon or something like that. Like it would be really cool to get some more like niche ones like this.
Let me grab a jacket.
Right? I really want to make one, but I don't think I have anything like super niche. I don't know. Every time I'm just like out in the stores and I see something Star Wars, I typically buy it. So like when I was at Target the other day, they had the Star Wars Valentines.
Oh, okay.
I need to get
I bought these so I can give them to my coworkers. You know,
I need to do that too. That's smart.
Just anytime I see something Star Wars, I try to pick it up. Usually I collect a lot of Star Wars like t-shirts, and a lot of people don't have because they're from the little kids section from those different stores. So yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
Let's see this jacket.
Oh yeah, so I got this made after Celebration in Japan because I went for that. Now this is a 501st theme jacket that I have so far. So I am in the Pacific Outpost for Hawaii, but my original garrison is Star Killer. So I'm going to add a Star Killer patch, not on this sleeve side because I'm in the clone detachment. So I was going to put on the opposite sleeve. But when I get patches, I just want stuff that's like cool and that I think is cool. Neat. So I wanted to theme it after clones since it was the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. So I got the Japanese garrison here. Here's a beer mug with a Clone Trooper helmet from Germany. Here's a 332nd for Taiwan. This was a custom patch some guy made of some clones riding a bark speeder, which was cool. But yeah, little bit of everything. Or I got the Great Lakes were like Umbra Squad, which was neat. But I love this. When I really, really want to go to Celebration in LA. And when I do that, I want to make another jacket because I just had so much fun making this one.
Yeah, definitely. That's so cool. Thanks for sharing that. That's so dope.
Yeah, it's definitely a good segue because, as you mentioned before, that you're starting to get into cosplay. You did your the Ahsoka jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Most of the reason why Jackson has all those patches is because he's in the 501st, which is like because every garrison has their own like patches and things like that. Is that something that like you want to work your way into? Like this is kind of like you're starting off easy and then you're gonna maybe like do a whole suit of armor one day, or
well, I don't want to give away any details, but I'm working on something top secret. I bought a ticket to go to WonderCon this year in Anaheim. So I'm gonna go to that, and I'm working on something secret that I got a sponsorship to help me build it. So actually from that same video that you met me from.
Hey.
Oh damn,
yeah. So there's something in the works for that. But yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know how many. I was gonna say I don't know how many suits this dude has by now. How many do you have? He doesn't even know.
4 technically the one. So one of the ones I bought off of a member, I'm going to mod so my dad can use it. So that one isn't for me, but I have 3. So right now I have approved ARC Trooper 5s and then a just a Stormtrooper from A New Hope. And I bought the kit from it after Japan, and I didn't have enough time to work on it, but it's the Kashyyyk Trooper from Revenge of the Sith. That's the next one that's in progress.
Dang, that's crazy. That's really cool. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know a whole lot about that group, but doesn't it have to be like screen accurate to be a part of that?
Yes. So I was crucified, and rightfully so, the first for my 5s and for my Stormtrooper, because again, it has to be to a T accurate, but I do it for the love of the game. I like wanting to get it like that, like spot on for it. And just because I know, obviously, because the 501st works for perfection, there are some unfortunate people out there that kind of put down people that when they make Star Wars things, if that isn't perfection, then that's just bad. I think all Star Wars cosplay is fun. When I went to Japan, a lot of people did visions, a lot of people did like spoofs of characters or their own takes on things, or because they did it because they wanted to. And that's fun. And that's why I love the cosplay as well. He's showing you the Stormtrooper.
I think I saw
the Stormtrooper sitting in a crate behind me.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have the same position. I think that cosplay should be for everybody. It doesn't have to be perfect. It should be creative. It should be different. So my secret project I'm working on is actually like a mashup of things that don't belong. So I'm really excited. I've never seen anybody do it before, let alone a woman do it before. So I'm really excited.
Cool.
I'm actually working on a cosplay that I worked on all day. Behind me, I'm recreating Padme's nightgown, but in pink for Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
So working on that.
So is that like, did you take a prefabricated dress and you're altering it, or are you making that from scratch?
No, so I actually bought a dress that had already like a similar silhouette, and I bought 2 of them, so I had the same fabric, and then I'm altering it. It's not perfect. My mom and I were working on it, and we are not sewers, but it'll get the point across.
You make do with what you got.
Exactly. And I'll get better over time. Practice makes perfect.
That's true.
The one cosplay I would love to do, but I don't know if I can do it, but I just know it looks silly as hell if I do it, is Thrawn. I don't have the makeup skills to paint myself blue and look good doing it. We did like 2-3 years ago. We used to do a Halloween costume contest, like stream, where everybody would send us in like their Star Wars Halloween costumes. We'd rate them, and then whoever won either won like an action figure or something like that. But ourselves, we would all dress up as like the dumbest Star Wars costume that we could find. So for mine that year, it was right when Ahsoka was coming out, and the Thronald McDonald meme was a thing.
Right.
Because I have poofy red hair, I just painted my face blue and wore suspenders. And I tried to do a good job on that. It came out awful. So I'm like, I don't know. But that was
the point.
That's funny.
No, the problem was that I actually tried and it still looks bad. And I was like, I look bad on purpose, guys. I actually tried really hard. So I don't know if I could pull that one off. So
that's funny.
Oh well.
Do you do any cosplaying, Jacob, or just Jackson?
I'm working on one. I still have to get this approved. Jackson, because he's currently in Hawaii, and he's moving back to where we are. And I like Jackson, I work all the time. And when I'm not working on stuff, my fiance lives in another state, so we're working on getting me moved there. I'm looking for work and all that stuff. So I have the suit's been on the back burner, but he keeps threatening that when he's going to come back, he's going to steal it from me if it's not done. So I guess I got to start. It's getting really close to being finished. But I've done that when I was a kid. I was obsessed with Assassin's Creed, and I tried fabricating my own costumes that really just kind of look like rags strewn together because I was in 5th grade and learning how to use a sewing machine.
God.
Fair.
But I don't know. I've always been super into like cosplay, specifically on the fabric side. That's something I've always wanted to learn how to do better. I don't know. I just think the freedom to be like, I want this piece of clothing, I'm just gonna make it, is awesome. So I've always wanted to get into it. I just haven't.
Yeah, I know. That's next on my list, is to buy my own sewing machine so I don't have to stress my mom out. So that's next on the list so I can continue to make things.
Would you say that you have like a project that you're not doing now because you don't know if you have the skill to do it, but like a dream project to do later, like especially on the sewing side of things?
I mean, Padme has some incredible outfits that I think would be so cool to recreate. I definitely don't have the ability to do that. But in terms of non-sewing, however, my dream is to do a tech cosplay, and one of my friends had already 3D printed the helmet for me, so I have it. I just haven't done anything with it. So, yeah, but that's a dream.
Nice.
What about you?
I don't, because the suit I'm working on right now, it was some guy that had it. It was 501st approved. He beat the crap out of it and then never wanted to do anything with it again and was selling it for like stupid cheap. So I had to drive 2 hours to get it. But so now I'm just like fixing up all his, so worth it. I'm fixing his damages. But I would love to do originally I wanted to do Rex because Jackson did 5s, and I thought between me, him, and my dad could do Echo. Then we could do like the Domino Squadron together. I always thought that would be fun.
Yeah.
Not Star Wars related, but I want to do a really good Indiana Jones cosplay.
Okay.
Like Jackson could testify to this. I've been nagging him to play Indiana Jones of the Great Circle because it's a peak game
every time.
But yeah, like next to Star Wars, Indiana Jones is my baby. I love this guy. But it's like it's the community for cosplaying this is so deep and like very weird, and it's all arguments about the hat. That's all it ever is. And it's cool because the company that made them for the movie is called Herbert Johnson. They've been making hats since like 1890 or something. But they, especially for the newest movie, they made it for the movie, and they have the same molding block that they used for it. So you can buy the hat. Problem is that's like $800. So I'm like, and everybody's like, you're not a real indie cosplayer unless you got the Herbert Johnson on. And I'm like, and everybody's like, you have to find this one guy in California that makes kangaroo leather whips. So you have the actual whip. Like people are going nuts for it. So I'm like, I'm not balling like that yet financially. So I'll have a good one eventually. I'll have a nice one eventually. But that's like, I have like scrap pieces to like get by. But so that's what I would like to do eventually and like really do well.
Nice. That's awesome. What about you, Jackson?
I mean, I did 5s, and I really want to do the Kashyyyk Trooper now because I think that's cool. But I don't really know beyond that. My issue is I really like clones, so I don't want to have a million clone suits. But if I had to do another clone, it would be an animated version, since my 5s is based off the realistic appearance, and so will the Kashyyyk. But I like how animated looks too. There's too many to pick from, though. Like, I really like Waxer and Boyle. I really like the 501st Squad. I like Sergeant Boost from Wolfpack. And so it's just like, oh, dang it.
That's a lot to choose from.
Yes. That is the hard part.
Yeah, definitely.
I think a cow.
Or I might just do a grunt.
A grunt would work. Yeah. It's that one I'd be so picky on. That's I think is a seamstress or seam worker ideal for me. It's because if I were to do it, because the jacket that he wears, especially in Jedi Survivor, is like leather, like that vest, and I feel like I would be snobby and feel like I'd have to make it out of that myself. But I don't know. We'll see. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
No, that would be nice. I was trying to think. Water. So outside of Star Wars, do you have a lot of other like bigger interests, or is kind of Star Wars like the big highlight to that?
Well, I mean, most of my time is spent at work.
Fair.
I'm the kind of person who like lives and breathes their work. And so Star Wars was kind of like my recovery from that. So Star Wars is pretty much like my main thing. That's what I'm like most passionate about. It's gotten me out of some dark places. It's gotten me, to be very happy and, cope with the things that happen in the world and in my life. So Star Wars is pretty much it. I mean, of course, there's other things that I enjoy. I really like crime shows, like Law and Order and stuff like that. Of course, I love Disney just in general. Tangled's my favorite like Disney movie. But...
Oh Lord, Jacob's gonna come for you in a minute. He loves that movie.
He's back.
He's back.
No, Tangled's a banger, and I'm super excited. Well, and usually you won't hear this from me. I'm actually excited for the live action remake that they're doing because the casting looks really good.
I'm excited also.
Mm-hmm. I used to work for Disney World, so really? I did an internship with them for about 6 months last year, or 2 years ago now. Wow, that's crazy. Sorry, I feel old already. But
if you're doing internships 2 years ago, you're still really young.
Yeah, 23.
Now I feel old. I'm almost 30.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
But no, I worked at Hollywood Studios. That's how I met my fiance. Was working there. And when you live in the Disney bubble for so long, it just kind of seeps into your veins. Because I went there being like, I like Star Wars and that's pretty much it. Everything else Disney is pretty okay. And then, yeah, I'm fine with it. And now I'm like, I have to have Mickey ears. So they got me hook, line, and sinker. I went like 2 months ago. I went to Tokyo Disneyland with Jackson. Later that month, I went back to Disney World to propose to my now fiance. And it's been like 3 months, and I'm already like, I kind of want to go back to Disney World. So it's got me. They sunk their hooks into me.
That's awesome. I'm going to buy the Star Wars night tickets when they go on sale next week, so I can go because I'm in California. So I'm like 45 minutes, an hour away from Disneyland, and I never go. I don't have like season passes or anything like that. So I really want to go to Star Wars night though, because I've never been, and it starts right after my birthday. So
nice.
Yeah.
So nice. It's not Star Wars related whatsoever, because we have 3 different pieces of geography in this podcast right now. Especially with the winter storms that we've been getting. I just want to know what the temperature is where everybody's at, because I think that's funny. Because Jackson, what did you say it was where you are?
Still probably in the 70s. Probably 77 today.
Is California getting hit at all with any cold?
We did a couple weeks ago, but this week it's been in the 80s.
Oh.
It's been beautiful here.
Let me flex on you real quick. 2 feels like -14.
Oh my god.
It's been nuts. It's been like in the negatives every day for the past 2 weeks. And tomorrow it's going to be in the 20s. And I'm like, I might wear shorts. It's going to be so warm.
That's crazy. I could not do that. That's insane. I can't imagine leaving California weather.
I still have friends like in Florida, and they'll be like, I'm at the pool. And I'm like, screw you. But apparently it was supposed to snow in Tampa this week. So I don't know what's even happening.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Whether it be nuts. I think it's funny, like how drastically, like it's like you never think about America equal big until you learn that it's like 80, 70, -14. It's like, and we're all in the same land. It's nuts.
Yeah.
But so with you being in Cali then, have you ever been to like LA? Have you ever like been to any like, because there's a bunch of different areas in California where things like The Mandalorian has been shot. Have you ever visited like any sites where things have been filmed or?
I actually haven't, no. LA is probably like 2 hours from me. But I was in LA last year because I went to LA Comic-Con. But yeah, no, I haven't actually seen like any film sites or anything like that. That is on the list. There's also a bar in LA that looks like the Cantina that I really want to go to. But that means I have to drive to LA. But yeah.
My friend who's in the 501st here, he's from Cali, so he likes to go to that bar, and he goes there all the time dressed up with other 501st members.
That's awesome. Oh, I want to go so bad.
I know. I missed it last year, but so my fiance lives in Detroit, Michigan, and there's every May 4th, there's a bar that puts on an event called Space Dive, where they literally shut down the block. They dress the block to look like Tatooine, and they make the inside of their bar looking like 1-for-1 like Mos Eisley. And apparently it's like swarms of nerds all like cosplay there, and like it sounds really, really cool. So I really would like to go do that this year.
Yeah, that sounds so cool. You gotta go.
Especially because Maul Shadow Lord is going to end on May 4th, right? That's when the finale comes out.
Yeah.
It'll be peak.
That's awesome. That's so cool. I'm so excited for that show.
I was gonna say, speaking of Shadow Lord, do you have like any opinions, fan theories, anything that you're like mulling over, about the show, waiting for it to come out, or are you just kind of like, whatever happens, I'm just happy to be here about it?
I'm just happy because I've been saying for years that Maul needed his own show, so I'm just glad that it's finally happening. I'm just really excited. I know that like, what was that one girl's name? Kira in Solo. At the very end, it like showed Maul for like 2 seconds. It'd be cool if that was like part of the storyline to some degree, so we have maybe some more closure from that. But honestly, I'm here for the ride. I'm so excited. I can't wait to be blown away by the animation because it's so beautiful from the trailer. So I'm open and excited to see whatever it is. I hope we get a Maul and Vader duel. Would be cool.
That would be fun.
It'd be cool to see Ahsoka in it also.
That's true. Yeah, I'm just hyped because obviously Sam Witwer the GOAT, and if you've made it this far into the video, I will spoil a little bit ahead of time. So the next like length video that we have, I won't tell you the whole topic, but it's based off The Force Unleashed. And so in doing my research for it, Sam Witwer did a interview with the game devs like 7 years ago, and just for 3 hours long, just like yapped about The Force Unleashed and like all these like things he was cherry picking. And even then, he's so specific about like how certain things have to fit into the lore and how they affect the universe too, that they were kind of saying it was like a double-edged sword in a way that they hired Sam onto the project because he was really good for the role, but then he would also critique everything that they did and say, well, this doesn't exactly happen in Star Wars like that, and maybe we should do this and this instead. So I'm glad that he's at the helm and making all of the creative decisions for this too, because he knows Star Wars.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's important to have those dynamics though. If you have like that diehard who knows the lore in and out so that we get the most accurate representation of the storyline, I think that's important.
I think the best connection to that, where it's when you have a lead who loves the material versus where you have a lead that doesn't know it, is that Netflix is The Witcher with 2 or 3 seasons with Henry Cavill playing The Witcher as a diehard fan of the novels and the games. And then they were like, we're going to take it in a different direction. He was like, no, please don't. And they said, no, we're going to do it. And he said, okay, I quit. And then they got like Liam Hemsworth to do it. And he just absolutely botched that role. So I haven't heard anything good about the latest season. So, I mean, yeah, once you have people that genuinely care for something that you're working on, you always get a better product out of it. So love Sam. Love Dave Filoni.
I want to meet him so badly. That's on my bucket list.
It is impossible. See, when I was in Japan for Celebration, I was getting a tattoo, and I was in Taito City, which is literally like not really like it has a really big mall. Jacob, it's the mall that you and I went to on like near one of our last days. It had the Ghibli store in it. Yeah. And like it's got some cool things. It has another like mega Pokemon center and whatnot. So I was getting a tattoo done that day, and I can't show you just because the dynamic of how I'm sitting isn't going to work either. But it's like a scout trooper like killing a dragon in like traditional Japanese style. So I was like, I'm going to get that done in Japan. So I went to the mall because my artist was like, okay, you know, like walk around really quick there while I finish up some of the details. I get back and tattoo takes a really long time. In the middle of me getting the tattoo, like, because I was just bored, so I was doom scrolling the Celebration Facebook because everybody was posting like, I'm in Japan, I'm so excited for
Right.
Celebration. Someone went to that mall a few hours after me and Dave Filoni was there. And they intentionally were carrying a Chopper Funko in the event that they ran into him. So they got it signed. And I was like, that is a grail because you can never find that guy to sign anything. It has to be in the wild. In Japan, of all places, was the way to do it. Because even when I was in line to get my Anakin Saber signed by Hayden, the guy next to me in line was on the same flight as Dave. And he said, like, people were like, I hate to bother you, Dave, but can you please sign this thing for me since we never see you? And he said he was super friendly too. But
that's awesome.
Love Dave.
See, my thing is like, if I run into him, it's not going to be like, can you sign my thing? I'm handing him a flash drive and a printed out copy of my resume. Be like, can I have a job, please? I went to the same college he did, so this dude is like my hero. And I remember because we had what's his name? We had a guest speaker. He was the director of like little films that you might have heard of, like Moana, Mulan, Aladdin, Little Mermaid. He was one of the big heads at Disney Animation. And after we had him come and talk at our school, I was trying to reach out to Dave's agents to see if he could come back to his alma mater to do a talk, because he did during the production of the Clone Wars. And so I wrote to him, and of course I never heard back. So, but if there is an event or anything where Dave Filoni might be on the premises, I am walking around with a flash drive with my reel and my resume at all times. Be like, Dave, please, I want a job, please. I'll get you coffee. That's it, please.
I love that. I wonder how many people do that, and if it actually comes of something.
I don't know. Because we interviewed a while ago, we talked to Vanessa Marshall. She's the voice of Harrison Dula in Rebels. And I every so often I text her and I let her know like what my dreams were and like where I wanted to be. And she was like, well, if you ever come to LA, let me know. I'll give you a tour. So I was like, please. But yeah,
you got to come to California apparently.
Well, I really want to go for Celebration, and it wouldn't surprise me if she was there for that, since it's like in her backyard. So.
Yeah, I think that Celebration's gonna be crazy because I'm sure this is a lot of people's backyard. Yeah. So I'm sure the like encounters you can have are going to be pretty crazy here.
Yeah, that's why I got to lock in April when the tickets release, because the tickets for Japan, in my opinion, were pretty easy to get, but the tickets for LA are going to be insane because when I was in Japan, it was mostly Japanese people attending, and then your good mix of international too, but it's going to be mostly the Americans and Europeans this time.
Yeah, I know. I want to get tickets so bad. I've never been, so I really want to go, and it's in my backyard, so I really want to go.
And I recommend it too. I loved it when I went. I thought it was like a blast. I did not want to leave the convention center. Like, I would literally just walk laps around the thing all day and just talk to different Star Wars people. Like, it was so much fun.
Oh, I bet. Oh my God. That would be cool. And I can't imagine like all the different cosplays you saw and just all the passion in the room.
No, yeah. In my self-plug to the Japan vlogs, there is some really good cosplay in there too that people did. It was amazing.
Oh, I'm jealous. I've always wanted to go to Japan. So the fact that you have Star Wars and Japan together, that's so beautiful.
And they hadn't done it since 2008, so that's why I had to. I was like, I'm doing this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You should, especially being in California, the flights for you would be a lot cheaper than it is for me over on the East Coast. I highly, highly, highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It was. See, I live right on, like not right on, but like Canada is like a swim across the lake away from me. I'm right on the Great Lakes. So most people, like especially in our area, I asked them, "Have you ever traveled internationally?" And they're like, "Yeah, I've been to Canada." And our Japan trip is so funny because randomly in like July, Jackson just texts me, "Want to go to Japan?" And I was like, "If you're buying, lol." And he was like, "I'll pay for the flight." I was like, "Sold." So I had to get my like passport like all throughout the summer. Pray it came in time. Duolingo my butt off, and it didn't work at all.
That's funny.
Yeah, don't use Duolingo to try to learn Japanese.
I told you what app to use, and you didn't.
That's my bad. G.
Did you need to speak the language, or were they pretty accommodating?
You're pretty accommodating. I just, cause especially as somebody that worked at Disney, you have a lot of people that come in from the southern nations. So you had a lot of people from Mexico, a lot of people from Brazil. So a lot of people spoke Portuguese. And I can like get like this much out of Spanish, but Portuguese, I know nothing. And I just know like, especially because I worked in a safety role. I was in the parking lots and stuff. So, and with that, you have to be more strict. There are like absolute rules that have to be followed or else you get canned. And I remember how stressful it was, like trying like really hardly to like communicate with people that, especially because at Disney, if you're in a safety role, you can't have your phone on you. So people inside the parks can have translate, but I couldn't. So it was really, really difficult trying to like get people to do things, do it safely and get to where they needed to go so they could get in the park. With that language barrier, and I just felt awful. Like I would try so hard to like the crappy Japanese I had, and like after 3 tries, they'd always just pop up in English and be like, "What do you need?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm trying."
Yeah.
So no, especially
Tokyo
in the bigger
very
cities,
accommodating.
yeah, lots of the signage, especially for the public transportation, is in Japanese and in English. So it really isn't too hard to get around.
Okay, that's good to know.
And if you don't want to commit to Japan all the way, in my opinion, what's kind of like a little slice of Japan, Hawaii. It's like literally the biggest possible melting pot of every Asian culture. But whereas like the mainland US has like you have signs that are in like Spanish and English, it's English and Japanese here most of the time. Or like any of the other like mainline Asian languages. So I like it. And if you really like Disney, Disney has a resort out here. It's the Alani. My friend works there, and he likes it.
I've never been there.
I've only been there to eat, and that is it. The food is banging. It's great. But the resort that it's at is like absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Oh, in Japan it was amazing. Oh yeah.
Really?
In Japan I had horse. You can't get that here.
I think. So food in Japan was awesome. I do think the one thing that Jackson and I are both in agreement is probably the worst thing we've ever eaten.
Yes.
So in 2018, Japan lifted all laws of restricting whaling and whale hunting in their waters due to the fact that it's traditionally significant to their people. So I will never ever bash another person's culture. Even though I love whales and I think we should leave them be. But we went to this restaurant that Jackson's friend was like, "This place has good ramen." And I was just like, I just want to have like a nice sit down like ramen place. Everybody talks about it. I know it's touristy, but I want to get ramen. So we go to we walk like 40 minutes to get to this restaurant that Jackson's friend recommended us. Come to find out they have 0 ramen on their menu. But what they do wrong restaurant. But what they did have on their menu was fried whale. And I was like, I guess when in Rome, because you're never going to see that anywhere else other than like, it's like Norway or Iceland is the only other country that will have it. So we're like, I'll try it, I guess. And it was like fishy, rubbery meatloaf that we had to absolutely nuke it with soy sauce just to get. The Jackson has a picture of me. Like after I finish it, I look miserable. Like not only was it bad, I just felt bad eating it. I was so regretting it. I was like, so don't recommend whale.
We don't recommend the whale.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
But everything else was fire.
Yes, everything else was amazing.
Oh, that's so cool. Did you go to any of the like convenience stores? Because they're like partially known
everywhere.
For that.
There was one right next to our hotel. So mostly that was like breakfast or like late dinner is what we would do. What do we have? We had a Lawson next to us.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Okay.
So it was it's basically like 7-Eleven, just different name. Apparently they used to have them here in the States, like in the 70s and 80s, but they just have presence now only in the Asian countries. But yeah, it's like you get fresh sushi rolls and all that fun stuff. Really good fried chicken. Because they have like a kitchen in the back that they prep things overnight, and then they put it out in the front. So it's all fresh. It was all fantastic. And now every time I pass the 7-Eleven here in the States, I just shake my fist at it because it's inferior.
Yeah,
they're really nice there.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Everything about Japan was amazing, though. So that just made going to Celebration much better. That's why I wanted to go back, was because I was so locked in on Celebration that I didn't get to do a lot of other things. And I was like, I need to enjoy the country.
Yeah, definitely. Ugh, I want to go so badly.
Other than Japan, is there anywhere anywhere else in the world that's like a bucket list for you to travel to?
I mean, I wouldn't say that there's nothing not on my list. I mean, I've only really just been here in the United States, and I went to Mexico for the first time last year for my birthday. So the world is my oyster. I want to go everywhere. I want to go to Spain for sure. I want to see all the architecture there. I really just want to travel and just like collect art from everywhere.
I really want to go to Egypt so bad.
Ooh.
I want to see the pyramids. Yeah, it's what started it, but it was like 2 years ago. They finished. It was either last year or the year before. They finished making the largest museum dedicated to a single culture in the world, and it's this massive like obsidian and glass obelisk directly next to the Great Pyramids of Giza. And it has all these different artifacts from ancient Egypt, and it looks so cool. And I actually had I still have his number. I had a gentleman. I work at Lens Crafters. It's one of my other jobs I work. And I had a gentleman come in. He was from Egypt, and he was actually just visiting in the States, and he needed new glasses while he was here. He was here for a couple months. And I told him how much I wanted to go to it. And he was like, if you come to Egypt, you can stay with me and my family, and we'll take you. So he gave me his phone number and everything. So I'm like, I might take you up on that. I doubt he remembers me. This was like 6 months ago now, but
hey, maybe there's a honeymoon idea for you.
Hey, there you go. She wants to go to Disney again.
That's funny.
But I mean, we've been yapping for about an hour.
Jacob asked a fun question.
Oh, you're so right.
We almost forgot about that one.
Almost forgot about it. Okay. So this is the peak question, and we're all going to do this. So if you don't want to go first, you can make one of us do it. It's so you're familiar with the game Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, right? The original one.
Yeah.
Have you played it at all, or have you just seen like memes of it, or
played it forever ago? But yeah.
Okay. So one of the most iconic things about that game are the death sounds that you get from all the different characters. So the question is, if you were in Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, what would your death sound be?
Ooh, I have no idea.
Jacob, go first.
Okay.
I know what yours is, Jackson. See, that's the thing. I don't know if I'm chill or if I'm just like a rebel scum guy. So let's go with I think that's a good one. I think that's a good one.
That's awesome. What about you, Jackson?
I think Jacob wants to say that I would be a droid, because everybody in our community jokes that I'm like a protocol droid. I'm just a robot. I'm not a real person. So I'm not going to do a droid impression right now, but I guess I'd just do I'd be a simple.
That's funny. I like the droid aspect. I really like how R2 screams. So I feel like I would do something like that, or like a want want sound like Chopper.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be elite.
I'm of the opinion that he should be the battle droid, the as they like.
See, I couldn't do it, but I had to have you do it for me.
So that's what I think. But no, Lego Star Wars peak. But
have you guys played any of the other Lego Star Wars?
Yeah. Have you Lego Star Wars 3 was a banger. The one that was based on the first like 2 seasons of Clone Wars. Fantastic.
I tried playing that one the other day because I have a PS5 and you can play that like with the subscription. And so I was trying to play it online, but every time I played it, it crashed. So I couldn't get like anywhere in the storyline, and that was it.
Oh.
So I'm heartbroken because I didn't play that one originally when it came out. And right now I just have the what is it, the Skywalker Saga one. So that's the one I'm playing.
Him and I were literally talking before this. Neither of us have finished the Skywalker Saga, which it's kind of sad because that was like a day one pickup for both of us.
Yeah.
We like pre-ordered it. I went to the GameStop right as it opened to pick it up. I skipped school to play it, and it was I don't know. I was just it didn't hit. It didn't hit like how the complete saga did. I currently have the complete saga on my phone, and I play it when I'm bored. So
that's awesome. I didn't even know it was on the phone.
Yeah, right. Isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
They have
the OG.
Yeah, they have that, and then if you have an Apple phone or an iPad, they have one game. It's like Clash Royale, like a tower defense game, but it's called Lego Star Wars Battles, where you like build your towers and then you sick out different like Lego Star Wars people. And it was peak, and then they made it Apple exclusive, so I had to buy an iPad just to play it. I didn't buy an iPad just to play it, but it's a perk of it.
That's funny.
But yeah, it was great, and now it just ended support like a couple months ago, so no new updates anymore.
Dang. Do you guys play the Battlefronts?
Oh
yeah.
The new ones or the original ones?
Both of them.
Both of them. Are you only on PlayStation, or are you PC or Xbox at all as well?
I have an Xbox, but I don't play it. I mainly play the PS5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we're both on Xbox, and we used to do like every week with people in our community, we'd all hop into a Battlefront lobby, and we all like that's how like we just hung out with our friends. We'd play Battlefront like nearly every night.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's such a bummer that they ended support of the game before crossplay was a thing. So
yeah.
And now it's Modder City. Oh my gosh, I got it on my computer because I was like, because I learned that because Jackson could attest when it comes to FPSs on console, most of the time I'm trash. I found out it's just I'm better on keyboard than I am on controller. And I was like, oh, I'll play some Battlefront. It'll be great. Me and my buddy hopped into a match, and it had infinite time, and the clone troopers had infinite health, and all of us droids had 1 health, and you couldn't leave the game. So it's been modded to the ground. I think I got nuked by Spider-Man with a lightsaber at one point. It was nuts.
That's
so
crazy.
It's definitely pretty bad on PC right now.
Yikes. I haven't played the newer ones, not new, but the newer version ones since they like originally came out. I don't have them anymore, but I play the old ones all the time. Those are my favorite. There's just something about like the narration in it when you play like the story mode that just feels so nostalgic. Just feels like you're part of it.
There's I can't remember the name of the game, but if you have an Oculus or like the Meta Quest as it's called now, the VR headset, there's a game on it that is like a base game. It's just supposed to be like a tactical like World War II shooter. But there's in-game mods that are supported by the devs, and there's a full Battlefront 2 original like mod for it. So you can play Battlefront 2, the original one, in VR, and it's really, really cool.
Dang, that sounds intense.
It is pretty dope. And I mean, you can get on the Quest 2, which you can find for like $100 on Facebook Marketplace nowadays. So I'd say it's worth it.
Oh, I'll have to look into that.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Jackson, did your mic die? Oh no, I can hear you.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
I was like,
I just for a second, I was like, he's gone again.
No. But now, before we end our time here, Cass, we do have a tradition for all of our Habit Chats that we have to ask you 3 rapid-fire questions in succession. Jackson,
you missed it. You were in the void, and your glasses were gone, and I was just kind of like, let's just get the 3 out of the way.
I mean, you can ask me again since you didn't.
Hey guys, it was good watching the video, everybody. I'm logging off now.
No, Jackson, off the dome, rapid fire 3 different questions.
Rapid fire 3 different questions. Who's your favorite Glup Shido alien?
Who's my favorite what?
Random alien is in Star Wars.
Troper. I don't know. I don't really care for the aliens very much.
She's alienist, guys.
So there's a meme going around that when you see like a random like alien in the back of Star Wars, that somebody's like, "That's my favorite character." They're nicknamed a Glup Shido, and that's kind of what they are.
Just because there's so many of them, and then people will be like, "You don't remember Ben Quadranaris's amazing pod race run, or you don't remember Dinkle Schmurg from his brief appearance in Revenge of the Sith?" And it's like, bro.
Really
like
though,
that.
there's so many characters. It's so easy to not know them all. That's funny.
I got a better one. Who's your favorite droid?
OG favorite would be R2, but since I just watched Rebels for the first time last year, I was introduced to our favorite menace, Chopper.
Yeah.
So between the two of them, they're my favorites.
Okay.
Nice.
If you had to pick a lightsaber color, what color would it be?
Red.
Ooh.
Absolute cinema. I'm here for it. Red is my favorite.
I have a lightsaber on the wall, but it died. But it was on and it was red. It's a little lamp.
Oh, that's cool. I have the same thing.
Yeah. But it died.
Jackson, it's probably a different one because you got that at Toys R Us like a decade ago. So it's probably different.
I mean, I got mine at like Marshall's, so
it might be the same.
It might be the same.
See, so we got lightsaber color. We got droid. It's another. We got to have one more in the bucket. Oh, have you seen the Star Wars Holiday Special?
I haven't seen it.
Do you know of the Star Wars Holiday Special?
Like the live action, like with Carrie Fisher and all them? Yeah, I know of it.
Okay, I would say that my homework for you, it's not really a question, is just endure the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I heard it was so bad. It was so
That's
crazy.
why I said endure it and don't watch it.
Oh dear.
It is my fiance, like we make jokes about it because at Galaxy's Edge they celebrate Life Day. So she knows of it. And I've showed her like clips of it, but there's like Chewbacca's grandpa watching Twi'lek strippers on a hologram. There's total scenes of just Wookiee speech and no subtitles. Like it's a trip. So I challenge you to endure it. You can find it on YouTube for free, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yikes.
But I would say that's pretty much all we have for today then. Everybody, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, Cass, for joining us today. Please feel free, plug away whatever you're working on, whatever you're doing, where people can find you. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube, and if you got anything like that, you just want to shout out to the ether, let the people know.
Yeah, I mean, I do already have a YouTube channel. All of my socials are the same handle, so it's Clonetroopercass. So you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Yeah, I'm just really thankful that you guys reached out to me and let me be here. I really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. This was my first podcast. So thank you for that. I'm really just excited for this year. There's so many great things happening in the Star Wars universe. And then just personally, from that one random video, I got so many opportunities, and January just ended today. So I'm very excited for this year. I think we have a lot of great things to look forward to. Stay tuned for my super secret cosplay that I will be launching at the end of March. So stay tuned for that. But yeah.
Sweet. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Again, thank you for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you. And we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Later, skaters.
Hello there. This is Mark Thompson. I narrate a bunch of the Star Wars audiobooks, and I just want to make sure that you subscribe to the 1313 podcast on YouTube and join their Discord to talk about some awesome Star Wars people. Follow them on social media and be sure to support them on Patreon and become a channel member for only $1 a month. Also, you can buy awesome merch if you want to look as cool as them. It is not an exaggeration to say this podcast is a work of art.